Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this session, I'll be installing and configuring the Oracle WebLogic server and Oracle WebCenter content server on a Windows system. I have already downloaded the necessary packages, including the Microsoft Visual C redistributable package, JDK8, Oracle database for Windows, Fusion Middleware Infrastructure 12c, and Oracle WebCenter content 12c. So first of all, we need to install the Microsoft Visual C redistributable package. Double click on it. Check on I agree to the license terms and conditions and click on install. Finish. In the second step, we need to install JDK8. Double click on the JDK installation file and click on next. All default components are selected and we are good to go. Next. If you want to change the installation directory, you can change from here. I will continue with the default location. Next. Okay, Java Development Kit JDK installation is completed successfully. Click on close. After that, we need to set Java_home environment variable, so properties. Change settings. Advanced. And environment variables. In system variables, create new. Variable name Java_home. And variable value is browse from here. After that, we need to restart the system. The system is restarted. In the next step, we need to install Oracle database. Open the folder. Run the installer as administrator. Wait for a while. It will take a few minutes to open the installation dialog box. If you have already installed and configured the database, you can skip this database installation and configuration steps. If you wish to receive Oracle security updates and marketing updates via email, provide the email address. But I will continue without providing the email address. Next. Yes. Create and configure database. I will continue with the first option. Select server class. The server class will provide more options to configure later on. Single instance database installation. I will continue with the advanced installation. We can manage the password for each and every schema or account. Next. For now, I will continue with the standard edition. Next. Use virtual account is fine for me. But if you want to use existing Windows user, you can define here. Or if you want to create new Windows user account, you can create from here by providing username and password. Or if you want to use Windows built-in account, which is current logged in account, you can select this one. But I will continue with the virtual account. Next, these are the locations for database and software. You can define the location from here. But I will continue with the default location. Configuration type. General purpose transaction processing is fine for me. I am not going to create a data warehouse for now. You can define the global database name here, but I will continue with the default ORCL. And the pluggable database name is ORCLPDB. Next, from here you can manage the memory, database character sets, and sample schema. I will continue with default. This is the database file location. If you want to store it in a different location, you can change it from here. In this section, you need to define the password for the schemas to accounts. If you want to define different passwords for each schema, you need to create the password here. But I will create a single password for all default schema or accounts. Now it is checking the prerequisites. This is a summary of the settings and database. Click install. It will take a long time to finish the installation. I am going to pause the video till the database installation finishes. Database installation finished successfully. Before we begin to install OWC, we need to manage or change some setting on the Windows system. Need to disable the file naming convention. Open the registry editor by typing regedit and run as administrator. Local machine, system, current control set, control, file system. In the left pan, search for ntfdisable 8.3 name creation and change the value to 1. Okay, and close this one. We need to restart the system one more time for the changes we made in the registry to take effect. Before that, we will try to connect the database using SQL Developer. Create a new connection. Connection name ORCL. Username sys. Password is your created password. Click on test. The error is the network adapter could not establish the connection. Provide the system name as hostname. My system name is OWC12C. Test again. Test is successful and connected. Before restarting the system, we need to configure the listener.ora file. Go to the installation location of the database. There are two .ora files. We need to edit both. Listener.ora and tnsnames.ora. You can see here that the hostname is IP address of the system. The IP address can be changed anytime if you have a dynamic IP. It is safe to replace the address with the hostname or system name. Make the same changes in tnsnames.ora too. The services of the database must be restarted after making the changes in both .ora files. But we need to restart the system itself to allow changes from registry edit. So no need to restart database services. The system is restarted one more time. Now it is time to install OWC. But first we need to install Fusion middleware infrastructure. Open the command prompt. Run as administrator. Navigate to the installation media location. copy path, and paste it to the command prompt. The setup file is .ng.cmd. Run it. Click on Next. Skip auto update. This is a default Oracle home location. If you want to change the location, you can change it from here. But I will continue with the default location. In this section, we need to select Fusion Middleware Infrastructure with examples of Fusion Middleware Infrastructure only. I will continue with the second option. These are the components that are going to install. The operating system and prerequisite check passed successfully. This is the installation summary. Click on install. It will take a few minutes to complete the installation. I am going to pause the video. We'll be back after completing the installation. Installation completed successfully. Click on next and finish. After that, we will install the Oracle Web Center content. Same as the previous step. Navigate to the installation file directory. Open the command prompt. Run as administrator. Copy the path. Paste it to the command prompt. And run ng.cmd file. Click on next. Skip auto updates. So we need to select the Oracle home. You can browse the location using the browse button, or you can select using the drop down button. Click on view. You will find the components which are installed by Oracle Middleware Infrastructure. Next, the system and prerequisite visit check is passed. These are the components which are going to be installed by Oracle Web Center content. Click on install. Same again, we'll be back after finishing the installation. Web Center content installation finished successfully. Click on next and finish. Next step, we need to create the repository. For that, we need to run rcu.bat file, which is located in the installation directory of OWC. Oracle home, Oracle underscore common, and bin. Same again, open the command prompt, run as administrator, navigate to the bin directory, and run rcu.bat file. This is the repository creation utility. Click on next. Create repository, system load and product load. Prepare scripts for system load. Perform product load. I will continue with system load and product load. So next, you can select the database type from here. Oracle database, Microsoft SQL database, MySQL database. I have an Oracle database, so I will continue with the Oracle option. Hostname is OWC12C. Port is 1521. Service name ORCL. Username sys. And the role is sysdba. Password we already know. Next. Check requirement for specified database is failed. All three should be green. It is searching for the pluggable database. So the service name should be ORCLPDB. Tick next one more time. Now the new error is that the database is not open state. Open the SQL Plus utility tool. Enter username as sysdba. Provide the password. We need to run one command to open the PDB. The database will close after the system or service restarts. So we need to set the pluggable database to remain open after restarting the system or service. Run another command. Next. Now all three are green. Next, we can create the repository prefix here. The default prefix is dev. But if you want to change from the default, you can change it here. But I will continue with default. Select your required components for WebCenter content, and it will automatically select the dependencies. Next, all are green, is good. Use the same password for all schemas, or do you want to use different passwords for different schema? So I will use the same password for all schemas. Next, these are the schemas. Now it is creating the table space. Table space created successfully. These are the table space and schemas. Click on create to create the repository. Same again, pausing this video. We'll be back after finishing the repository creation. Repository creation finishes successfully. Next step, we need to run the configuration. So installation directory of WebCenter content and common. Bin. There should be one config file. Copy the file path. Paste it to the command prompt to navigate to the required directory. And run config.cmd file. Here we need to create a new domain. If you have created the domain previously, you can select the update an existing domain option. So we need to go with the create new domain option. If you want to create the other than default domain name and location, you can change it from here. I will change the domain name only to demo. So there are the components that we need to install. Inbound refinery, content server, WebCenter content, web GUI. Next, high availability options. I will not change anything, continuing with default settings. This is an application location. I will not change anything, we'll continue with default. If you want to change a location, you can change from here. In this option, we need to create an administrator account. The default username is WebLogic You can define or create your desired username and password. But I will continue with the default WebLogic password and confirm password. Continuing with the production option in domain mode. In the JDK option, the default JDK location has been already selected. If you have a different location, you can change by selecting another JDK location. I will continue with the default option. Data sources. Select this data source. Vendor. Default vendor is Oracle. If you have a different database vendor, you can select from here. Driver. For the Oracle database, this is a default driver. If you have a different database, you can select the correct driver from here. Hostname, OWC12C. This is the system name. DBMS service OR CLPDB. Port 1521. In username, you have to define the schema. You have already defined the schema. While creating the repository, use that schema here. For example, demo. But I continued with DE with the default schema. Enter password. The JDBC disconnection test is successful. Here we need to connect to the RCU created data. Select the correct vendor and driver according to your database. Provide the hostname. DBMS service. Port. And schema password. Schema owner. And click on Get RCU Configuration. Okay, everything is fine. Successfully done. This is the schema and its password. If you want to change the password, you can edit it from here. I will continue without editing it. JDBC test is successful. In the credential, you can create another user and password here. However, I will continue with the previously created WebLogic credential. Select the components which are going to be hosted on this server. Administration server, node manager, and topology server. Server name is admin server. Node manager type or domain default location is fine. Here we need to create a node manager user account and password. These are the server service components and their ports. If you want to change the server name and port, you can change it from here. I am going with default. This section is for creating cluster. In this demo, I am not going to create any cluster. Continuing with blank. Add the machine name. So my machine name is OWC12C. The node manager is localhost because I am hosting the node manager in the same machine or system. Here we need to assign the servers to the machine. Select all and move to under the machine. This is the configuration summary. Click on create to create the Oracle Web Center content. Now it is creating. Again, I will be back after finishing the creation. This is the admin server URL. Trying to browse the admin server, it is not going to open because the server is not started. We need to start the WebLogic server. Go to the installation location, Oracle, middleware, Oracle underscore home, user underscore projects, domains. This is our demo domain. Here inside the bin directory, search for the start WebLogic. Copy the path. Same again, navigate to the directory. Start weblogic.cmd. Enter username to boot WebLogic server. Username is WebLogic. And provide the password. Now the server state is in starting mode. Wait for a while, it will take a few minutes to change the server state to running. Now the state changed to the running mode. Refresh the previously opened page. Enter the credentials, WebLogic and password. The WebLogic server is open. Find the server section. Admin server is running. Other components or servers are shut down. So go to the control tab. Select all servers except admin server because it is already running. Click on start. There is an error. The node manager is not reachable. We need to start node manager. Same again, open the command prompt. Run as administrator. Copy the path and navigate to its location. And run start node manager. Okay, node manager is started. Go back to the browser. Refresh the page. Select the required servers and click on start. Click yes to continue or no to cancel. Click on yes. Selected server start request has been sent to the node manager. Wait for a while. It will take 5 to 15 minutes to start all servers. The task is completed. The server state is changed to running mode. So these are the servers and these are the ports. After starting the servers, let's browse Enterprise Manager. Meanwhile, let's browse the content server. Provide the credentials. Okay, this is the Web Center content configuration. If you have a different configuration than the showing, you can edit, change from here and submit. After submitting the configuration, you need to restart the services on Node. In the Enterprise Manager, provide the user credentials. Same as that, we need to configure the IBR also. Provide the credentials. Same again, make the necessary changes and submit it. Need to restart the node. The Enterprise Manager is still loading. Finally, EM is loaded. One last time, I am rebooting the system. The system is rebooted. Same again, start the WebLogic and Node Manager. Node Manager is started. Wait for the WebLogic server to reach the running state. The server state changed to running. Browse the WebLogic server. Start the servers. The task is completed and all servers are in running state. Browse the content server. Same, browse the IBR. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding this video or content, please let me know in the comment section.